Marefat School presents The Conference of the Plants, written by Reza Nazemi, translated by Marefat School, 2024. Chapter 1: Walnut Tree and the Seeds of the Garden. In a small village on a piece of land, wise old Walnut Tree resided in a lush green garden, bestowing abundant goodness upon his surroundings. Around this ancient tree, several saplings and small seeds thrived, eager to follow in his venerable footsteps. In this garden, Walnut Tree stood tall as the largest, oldest, and wisest member. Other plants held him in high esteem, for he was both popular and trusted. With his patience and kindness, Walnut Tree guided and assisted the other plants in the garden. His age was remarkable, having been around for 200 years, and he bore exquisite fruits. All the seeds and seedlings were aware that Walnut Tree had a keen sense of the sun, and if there was only one way to reach it, Walnut Tree knew that way. Date Seed, residing beneath the soil, was larger and more active than her counterparts and possessed an insatiable hunger for knowledge and a strong enthusiasm to reach the sun. She repeatedly questioned the other seeds.
Does the sun truly exist? How could it be that there is no sun?
The seeds and seedlings eagerly awaited Walnut Tree's enlightening words about the sun. However, Walnut Tree typically remained silent in response to their request. Despite knowing the seeds and seedlings were enthusiastic about discussing the sun, Walnut Tree had little desire to engage in the conversation. Turnip, having reached a considerable size and amassed much knowledge, entertained an interest in engaging Date Seed in a discussion on the sun's existence or non-existence. He relentlessly sought out to engage in conversation, always eager to prove his theories to others. His belly housed a treasury of intellectual wealth, while his expansive mouth, nestled on his abdomen, was constantly engaged in discourse. Engaging in conversation with Turnip often left Date Seed in a state of conflict, as his sporadic and unpredictable theorizing stirred a mix of distress and joy within her. When she heard discussions about the sun's existence, the seed would experience a delightful sensation. However, if someone had the audacity to deny the sun's existence, Date Seed would be left feeling deeply saddened. The seeds buried deep within the soil were deprived of the mesmerizing sight of the sunrise and sunset. They often pondered whether the sun truly exists or if they are the only ones in this vast world. Their pursuit of answers guided them to the nearby Walnut Tree. However, the wise tree was not delivering any substantial response. Walnut Tree's stillness posed a challenge for Date Seed, while making it effortless for Turnip to communicate. Date Seed persisted in her search, saying to Walnut Tree,
I want to find the sun.
Walnut Tree replied with a serene smile, reassuringly.
You will find it one day.
Walnut Tree was unsure how to communicate to Date Seed, which was buried in the ground, that there was undoubtedly a sun shining above. How could he explain the warmth of the sun to Date Seed, or depict the sunlight for her, while she lay hidden beneath the dark earth? He knew well that at this stage, discussing the sun was ineffective. Every night, Date Seed drifted into sleep with a blend of anxiety and hope. Cornstalk lived in this garden too. His lifespan was no more than a few months. Despite his short time, he had already sprouted from the ground and felt the warmth of the sun. The plant was proud of his quick growth and began to imagine that he was superior to all the other plants. In this garden, Buxus bush lived beside Sunflower. Sunflower had a habit of constantly facing the sun, almost as though in this world, he sees nothing but the sun. The seeds beneath the soil remained unaware of the sunrise and sunset, as they were unable to witness the sky light up or darken. They retired for the night as exhaustion took over, unaware that the sun's presence had concluded for them, having never truly touched the existence of the sun. In an evening at the sunset time, Great Walnut Tree looked at the surroundings. He was present to the sun disappearance and sensed the absence of the sun's warmth. In that instant, he gazed at grass and posed a question.
Dear grass, do you have any aspirations or goals for your future?
Grass responded,
I wish to carry on living here and there, and simply be content.
Walnut Tree had posed this question to Grass, knowing the answer himself. With this question, Grass was drawn out of her thoughts and focused on her goals and plans, leading her to drift off to sleep while contemplating future objectives. Then, Walnut Tree noticed Turnip, exhausted from arguing with Date Seed. He approached Turnip and inquired,
What are your plans for tomorrow, dear Turnip?
Turnip, who seemed to have been eagerly anticipating this question, expressed his grievances about the influence of various factors, such as the presence or absence of the sun, and shared some tales. Walnut Tree glanced at Turnip, attempting to help him and ease his sleep, yet within, Turnip remained filled with adventure and intellectual pursuits. He then asked Chamomile Flower,
How you doing, little chamomile?
The plant shook her head disapprovingly and voiced her distress.
Can't you see? Everything around me is soaked. I'm incredibly upset and frustrated with this situation. I wish to journey to another place.
Walnut Tree comforted,
I assure you that tomorrow will be a brighter day.
Eventually, all the seeds and saplings went to sleep, while Walnut Tree remained awake. He sensed the presence of light and knew it wasn't the sun's light.